Hello, I am Bentham, and welcome to Factorio, but not as we know it. This is Factorio 0.1, the first playable build of Factorio. It was created just over 5 years ago, and to celebrate the 5-year birthday of Factorio, the developers have released this original version. And I thought that seeing as it is the 3-year anniversary of me starting my channel, which is mostly based on Factorio videos, it will be a good time to have a look at it. So as you can see, it's not got any art at all. It's just kind of basic menu with a couple of options in it. There's not actually an options menu in this. You don't have any way of like messing with the controls or anything, because of course it's the very first basic like mock-up of the idea of Factorio, essentially. It was just there as sort of a proof of concept, pretty much, I think, to sort of demonstrate what they were aiming for. And like, pretty much nothing in this has made it to the final game at this stage, apart from the basic idea of how the gameplay works. So let's give it a go. We'll start a new game in the usual way. There's no map generation settings yet, of course, but whatever. We'll call this one, like, yeah, Game 1, whatever. It doesn't matter. Oh, I already had one called Game 1. Yeah, I already did like a practice run of this to see what it was like, to get an idea of it, because this is it, and it is weird. It's so weird. It's Factorio, but it's just so different. I mean, there's iron and copper and coal, but they look entirely different. The mini-map is not that mini, and it's also literally just like a smaller scale copy of the actual window, and the M button just turns that off and on. FPS counter in the top, which is probably just for the purposes of like testing how well it ran, and so on. So we'll just start as we usually do, get on with playing a game. We'll leave that up in the corner so we can look at Ord stuff. I don't see any enemy bases nearby. They are around, but they are very different, because biters were sort of a redoing of the way the enemies worked in the early game. Also, are there any fish? Because I know there are fish in this. I want to see if I can find some. Let's go look over here. There we go, plenty of them. Different kinds of fish. And the brilliant thing is, if you mine one of these, you get a piece of wood. Because they hadn't yet put, like, the raw fish item in the game, so it just gave you... I don't know if wood is, like, the default item, or whether it was just decided that they would give you wood, so there was a reason to fish for them. So yeah, let's get on with making something. We want to try and get a miner working. We have no, no metal plates of any kind, so we can't immediately, like, craft a pickaxe. And also, the crafting stuff is entirely different. This is the entire crafting menu. There's no science at this stage, so it's all just unlocked already. Everything looks different. There's a couple of thumbnails which I think might not have changed. These two I think could be the same. Wood might not have changed, and I think rails have changed a little bit. Maybe not a huge amount. Also, I think laser turrets haven't changed, even though how laser turrets look has actually completely changed. But they haven't... I don't think they've updated the thumbnail. Maybe they have. At this point, it's hard to keep track, because I've been playing since 0.8. And we're now in 0.14, so I've been playing pretty much like half the time in terms of builds, and art's overhauled every update, so sometimes I forget that one has been changed when it already has. But yeah, the funny thing is, I do recognize quite a lot of these from the first time I saw videos of Factorio, because when I first saw videos, I think it was around 0.6, 0.7, and at that point a lot of the sort of placeholder art was still there, but by now all this is gone. So the recipes are different in quite a few ways. So, first of all, we can make a wooden stick out of a piece of wood. First, we need to... Like, here's the thing. If I click on this, it doesn't actually work. We don't yet have the system where all the required items are crafted in sequence. When you want to make something, you got to make the individual bits of it first. So, we've got to make a piece of wood. And now we can make a wooden stick. And the wooden stick, I think... Can it work? Yeah. I believe this can work as a tool. And it will now help us to mine things slightly quicker. I'm not 100% sure. I feel like I saw in early videos of this that the wooden stick was used as a tool. Not 100% sure. Can anything be put in that slot? Yes, so I'm not actually sure. It could just be that it's a crafting item. I don't see it losing durability. But I swear I saw people mining with sticks in early versions of the game. I mean, maybe it was implemented later and then removed again. Entirely possible. So what we want to do is make a stone axe. So we need to make another stick. We need 2 of them. And then we also need 2 sharp stones. To make a sharp stone, we need 2 stones. We need 4 overall. Oh, here's some stone. It's in lots of tiny patches, reflecting how you don't need as much of it for things. And we need, yeah, it's 4 of this. So I was about to say we need 10 of it, but no, it's 4, so we'll be there in just a second. And there we go, and now we can make 2 sharp stones, and then we can make a stone axe, and that will help speed up our work a little bit. So yeah, all of the graphics are completely checked. Well, there's a little bit of shearing there in the diagonal line. I occasionally notice that in like really big factories in Factorio currently, but occasionally it really kicks in with this, just because it's not optimized. It's a very basic thing. It's not even programmed in the same thing. It's in Java rather than C++, I believe, and then it was completely scrapped and redone once it was discovered that that was not a good idea for what they were aiming for. I believe this was entirely done by Covarex. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. I know from pretty early on it was a 3-man operation, so maybe the other guys had a part in it even then. Or maybe it was Covarex who started it, and then from there, the 3 of them started. I'm not sure exactly when the team started to grow, whether it was like that from the start or not. I know that now it's like a dozen people or something. I've lost track at this stage. It's really grown, which is always quite cool. Right, what do we need to do? We need to get some iron, that's what we need to do. It's weird, even though it's just like, it's the normal way of doing things, ultimately, but it's just so weird to be in this completely different world that you sort of forget how to play for a second, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's just like normal Factorio, everything just looks weird. The character's red, and he's got like blue stripes on him. Also, I like how when he stops, he just freezes in his animation entirely. They've not yet got stopping animations or whatever. Okay, we got a bit of ore, so now we'll get some coal. I guess 1 will do, and then we need some stone to make a furnace, so we'll need 5 of that. A lot of the recipes have actually not changed in the years that the game has been in development. So yeah, the stone furnace is still 5 stone. However, when you build it, it is actually a single square. So yeah, we'll plonk that down there. And we'll put the ore that we have so far in it, and it can have this 1 coal that we've got. There's no progress bar, so you just have to hope that it's smelting. There we go, it is working. Yeah, I guess what I'll do is I'll just try and set up a basic factory that makes like a car or something. Because with the thing is that because there's no research and everything's already unlocked, and there's no like huge thing that you have to build to finish the game, you can actually just sort of manually craft everything if you like. There's nothing much stopping you apart from the fact that you do have to do all the individual steps. Also, I find this really interesting. The hydraulic piston, it seems to be sort of on par with the gear and the circuit as a... In fact, it seems to be like the iron equivalent of a circuit, pretty much. Uses an iron plate and then an intermediate component like copper cable, this time in the form of iron sticks. And this is used in a bunch of the high-tech buildings. And at some point in development, it just got completely removed. And that will, in a certain way, have shaped the game. It will have shaped how people's factories work. After doing a little bit of a practice run with this and trying all the different things, I did determine that it's good that it was removed. It's just another extra awkward step. So I don't even like iron sticks that much because they seem pointless at times when you could just use iron plates and just assume that they were made into sticks during the crafting process anyway. Right, we've got a bit of iron. I believe we need 2 more. I think it takes 7 iron to make an iron miner. Also, we're about... Yep, we've just used up our stone axe. It does not last very long. But there we go. So we'll put this in. I don't know if there's enough fuel left for these 2 to be smelted as well. We'll see. Well, one of them has been at least. And then we need 1 more. There we go. So we'll go get 5 more stone, and then we'll be able to make our first miner. And automate in the usual fashion. Unfortunately, because we've used up our stone axe, it's going to take a little bit longer to do this, and it's not quite worth making another stone axe because it'll take most of the stone that we're mining anyway. There we go, we've got 5, so we have to make the stone furnace, and then in order to make the mining platform, we need to make 2 gears, and once they're made, we can make the coal miner. And then the placement is weird. It's just based on where you are. It just does the rotation relative to your positioning, so as long as I stand here, it's fine. Once it's on the ground, though, you can rotate it with R, so that's not a problem. And then we put a piece of wood in it, and it'll start up. And the weird thing is that the output is actually in the middle. You don't really see it here because this furnace is already in place, but it actually just plonks it down on the ground here, but that counts as like hopping into there. I'm not sure what happens if we put it on the other side, whether it misses and like this is the output point. But it's a little bit of a weird design. Right, we'll have that going for a bit. Also, there's mini trees all over the place, which are a little bit quicker to to mine. I'm not sure if they're as efficient in terms of how much wood you can get, but it's nice if you just need 1 wood. Also looks like our furnace has run out. Not surprising, we'd already used up a significant amount of its fuel just on that first bit of iron. A couple more here. Also, you can actually plant trees. It takes 1 wood and you create a tree which is made of 1 wood. The cool thing about this, let's put this, put the remaining wood, the remaining wood into here. Oh, we've got 8 iron, excellent. I'm just going to go over here for a second. A cool thing about this sort of weird combination of 2 different mechanics is if we go over here... Ah, trees! They're scuppering my plans. I can't reach the fish. Do they just swim in circles? Quite possibly. It's not like it's important where they swim. There we go, grab this. So we just got a fish, and now it's a tree. I think that's hilarious. Alright, we'll get that again, because why not? And I think we have it. Yeah, we definitely have enough to make an iron axe. So we make 2 sticks, and then we can make our axe. And that will make work a little bit quicker. Running out of fuel, though, for this stuff. Let's put 1 more in here, and then we'll go just manually mine some coal for a little bit. There we go, that's much quicker. That's sort of a broken amount of quick. There we go, 15 coal. That'll keep us going. Put a bunch of it in there, a bunch of it in there. We've already got another 12 iron. We just need to get some stone. The thing is that the deposits are really small. There's very little ore in each one, so I'm about to just completely mine this entire stone ore deposit. Also, I like how it's called stone ore, because I imagine it's just sort of a generic thing at the moment that everything's just called ore. There we go, stone for days, and we can make, we'll make 2 furnaces, 2 gears, and then we can make another miner, and we will double up our iron production. And I'll try putting it on this side and see what that does. Also, we need more coal. Probably should have had my first miner be a coal miner, but the mining rate we're capable of, you don't really need it. There we go, and a little bit of the coal in there. And does it output properly? Yeah, it actually does go into it, so it just like goes, where's there a building, and puts it into the building. I don't know what happens if you have 2 of them, whether it prioritizes one or it just like alternates or whatever. But yeah, it is cool to see just how far we've come, and like I mean, the thing is this is just a basic mock-up, so it can't be expected to be good in any way, and it's not a surprise that the game is completely different now after many years of painstaking development and bug fixing, and excellent graphics work and so on. But it's nice to just go back to like the first step and see where it all came from. And I'll be honest, I did actually already record a video of this, but I spent the entire thing ripping into it, and I felt bad at the end, because, like, I mean, obviously it's basic, but it's supposed to be. And I was sort of being a little bit too mean about it, I felt like, and treating it like it was a bad game. And instead of the sort of the precursor to an excellent game that it now is. So I decided to re-record because I was like, I don't want to put this up. I feel too bad about being horrible about it because it's completely unfair. Get a bit more iron. Let's get some coal mining operational. It's a little bit of a pain to do all the manual crafting. I'm very glad that that got changed. There we go. We can make 2 of them. And even now in this early... Oh, we need to make 1 more. Even now in this early, like, very first iteration, you can still do this and get them to fuel each other, except we have no wood. There we go. Set that off running. Some of the techniques that you can use in the original have continued to this very day. You just have them feeding into each other in a chain. But this works even better because the stack size is significantly bigger. So currently the limit is 50, but these have 2 stacks of space, and the stack sizes were all in base 2, so it was 64. So you can have 128 in each miner, so it makes this a really effective way of doing it. We are definitely running low on ore over here. I'm not sure if... I don't think the buttons for automatic... Like, I don't think any of the hotkeys and stuff are in place yet. I would be surprised if they were. Keep this all running. Right, let's get... yeah, we'll get some copper running. 2 of these. 2 of these, 1 of these, and we can set the copper mining in motion. Let's have it facing this way. We got a coal. Go get some. The mining goes really quick here. So yeah, an issue with this is that you end up blasting through your supplies crazy fast, so you have to build new miners every 5 seconds to be able to keep up with everything. Right, we should probably start trying to work on some power at this stage. Let me see. We need 5 pipe and 5 iron gears. We can craft 5 in one go. And there we go. That's the engine. We need all the other stuff too, of course. We need the boiler, so 1 of those. And another pipe. Boiler. And then a pump. We need another pipe and a gear and also a circuit. That's awkward. We've got to get some copper then. There we go. 10 of that. We can make a few of these. Yeah, the manual crafting is a real pain when you've got to make all the... Like, whenever you want to use anything with circuits, you got to make all the copper cables, and then you got to make the circuits, and then you can make the thing. So, I mean, it's a good reason to, like, automate it and make a factory. So, let's get on with building a pump, and then... Do we need some pipes? We should probably... What do we need? We need 1 pipe, and then we can make the pipe to ground, as it was once called, and we could probably build this right here. And we want to line it up. We'll put it right on this... Oh, that's weird. Yeah, the placement's a bit different, because the water's not really properly sort of... The edges aren't properly put in. It's been awkward to tell where it actually works, but that seems to be okay. Oh, we actually need to make a second pipe to ground so we can make the other side. So they didn't used to be made in pairs. Interesting. Also, I believe... Oh, we got to stand like that, and... Oh, you don't actually see the... But then how do you know how far it goes? Because I know that the length has changed over time. It used to be like it could only go like 5, and it's changed to like 10. I guess I'll try that, and we'll see if it works. You can't actually see if there's water in it either. Or what we need to do for that, we need to get some pipes just like that, and then we'll put a boiler in, and then another pipe. And the cool thing is that the colour of the water changes, so it goes red when it's hot, which is convenient, if unrealistic. Oh, it's the stack size is 32. Damn it. It's still more capacity than the current ones have. There we go. We're now drowning in coal, so we can easily get this stuff all running for a very long while. And the rest can go here and here. Grab some more of that. Forgot to pick up the iron while I was going through. Might as well do that. Then we've already made our steam engine. We just have to put it here. So the moment it's just red all the way through, because this isn't doing anything yet, let's get some more coal. And then put it in. And now what should happen is it slowly goes red. That is very cool. And so you can get a rough indicator of the temperature. Also, interestingly, it looks like it's called a generator, and it appears to actually have a energy capacity like an accumulator. I'm guessing because accumulators don't exist yet. Do we even have solar panels? Nope, don't see them. So yeah, this is the only source of power, and it's got power storage to deal with fluctuations and stuff, which is always cool. And so now that it's filled up its power supply, it is completely shut down, and we need to start having it actually work on something. So we can start working on inserters and stuff like that. What's the awkward thing is we have to make all the individual components, so I think it's time to just start like mass producing stuff. So let's get a bit more mining working to start with. We need more stone. We're out of it. Oh, there's some here. Didn't realize I was building right next to it. Let's grab... I guess we could just grab all of it. I mean, it doesn't take too long to mine the whole thing. And that should be more than enough to keep us going in terms of supplies for the rest of the time, I think. The thing is, at the moment, I think the only thing you can use stone for is a stone axe and the furnaces, because I don't think walls exist yet. I seem to remember seeing... Oh, we've run out of our stone axe. But I seem to remember seeing that in there are campaign missions already. There's like 4 of them or something. And I believe one of them involves defending against the enemy, and pipes are being used as defensive walls, which works. Pipes have a really high health, I think. Actually, it doesn't actually say at this stage. You don't see any health readouts on anything, and nothing has any damage bars. So it's just a case of you hit it, and at some point it explodes. And you can hit it because cars are in the game. There is a car. It looks like that. It's quite cool. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we want to make more. Yeah, we did that so we can make more furnaces, so let's make a whole bunch more. Enough gear so we can make 2 more mining platforms, and then we'll be able to put these both feeding into furnaces. 1 and 2. And then the furnaces, and then we need to go get a bunch of coal. Luckily there is a bunch of coal. Probably get this unloading into something. And then a stack in here, half a stack in here, stack in here, half a stack in here. A little bit extra to keep it running. We've got a little bit spare if we need it. We can grab some more from these and from here. Okay, now we want to start trying to get electric miners running, I think. We have the supplies for that now, but what we'll do is we'll make a whole bunch of gears. That's 30 gears, and then we'll also make a bunch of iron sticks. And then we can use those to make hydraulic pistons. We'll also make a bunch of copper cables. So we can make circuits. And oh, we also need to make ourselves an iron axe, seeing as we've used up our current one. Anything else? No, nothing urgent, I think. We just want to get this stuff made so that we can do the next steps of production. So once all the iron sticks are done, we'll make 10 pistons for now, and then we've got some iron sticks running spare. And now we're going to be able to start making circuits. I don't think there's anything that uses... Well, actually, there is something that uses copper cable, the electric pole, so we've got to keep some spare for that. We'll turn everything we have at the moment into circuits, I think. Just because you always need plenty of these, and it's awkward to do them with the 2 steps before you can start actually putting them into anything else. There we go, and then we'll make a couple more, just for the purposes of making electric poles. I don't think you get attacked by the enemy at the moment. I think they just stay where they are, and you are the one to go and attack their bases, and I don't see any nearby either. We have a bit of a walk around, we might spot one of them, and I can show you what they look like, because they are completely different. Not seeing anything around, actually. When I did my little practice run, I could see a base right by my base. Oh, there's one over here. Oh, it's quite a big... Oh, wow, it's a big one. Okay, this is not the sort of thing that I saw before. So, yeah, I mean, you can see it here, because this is just a smaller version. Oh, there's a slightly less scary one. Oh, there's a slightly less scary one here as well. So here it is. That's a spawner, and then these are turrets that fight for the enemies, and these are the enemies. I don't know if they spawn slowly over time. I don't know whether these have been slowly gathering here or what. Yeah, the bases are just made of like grids of these, which is terrifying. Yeah, they all seem to have the same number around. Oh crap, I got too close to that one and now they're attacking. Oh god, I don't have a gun. Crap, crap, crap. I need to very quickly invent the gun and start rapidly crafting bullets. I should probably also try making a turret, but I've used up all my iron plate and getting some more is not going to be easy. Right, there's our gun. I'll switch to it like this because that's the only way I know how. And then control is fire. It is quite loud. I've tried turning it down for you. I don't know if it will have been quite enough to make it slightly less obnoxious. But yeah, because there's no options, like I usually turn the like game volume down quite a bit for recording, but I can't in this normally, so I've had to do it in the Windows settings. And hopefully that's enough to make it not quite so bad. But anyway, let's stay away from them. I don't think they attack unless provoked, so we should be okay. Pollution is not a thing at this stage in the game. It won't be for quite a while. Right, let's make some poles. Oh, we need some wood for that. I don't know if... Are we currently... Yeah, we're currently working without this, so we'll switch back to that. I'm not sure. I think there must be a way to cycle through the weapons, but I haven't worked it out yet, so... I can just swap between them like that for now, and it'll probably be fine. Right, there's plenty of wood to be working with. We got to make the wooden planks. That's annoying because nothing uses raw wood. Everything has to be turned into planks before it can be turned into anything else, which is actually something I find a little bit annoying about the main game. It's like, why have wood turn into planks when it's never gonna... Like, it makes no difference to it. I mean, they might have different properties as fuels. I forget how that works, if there are any changes there, or differences there. Right, let's get some power working. Now, usually I would have the power poles back here somewhere because I don't need to worry about getting power here because we can use burner inserters. But in this early stage of the game, the burner inserters do not fuel themselves, which makes them extremely awkward. So we'll use electric ones because it's easier. So we can plonk this down there. That gets power from the thing. And then we can make a shorthand inserter because there used to be 3 different lengths. Shorthand, normal, and long. And the normal one is what we now consider the long one. And the short one is what we now consider the normal one. And that one is even longer. It like hops like 5 tiles or whatever it is instead of 3. Which is pretty weird. Right, so we'll connect this up and I have no idea which way around it is. I think that's the correct way. I guess we'll just see. Let's have this run this way and we'll start working on some belts. We need more iron. Plenty is currently building up in our furnaces, so that is all fine. We can get this running over to here. Ah yes, I forget the directions. It works relative to you. And the belts face away from me, so I've got to make sure to be behind where they're going. And they don't have to go right up to the square in front of the inserter either. That was an old feature that got removed in something like 0.12, I think. Relatively late on. Which messed with people's factories a bit, but it used to be the case that the belts dumped things onto the square in front of the end. And so the belt doesn't have to go all the way up to the inserter because it arrives in this square and then the inserter can pick it up. And if you had belts that ran into this square, then there'd always be stuff on the end that the inserter couldn't reach because it had gone off into the square the inserter was actually occupying. So that's now being automatically fueled, which is all good. This is now running. Oh, of course it's running because it's now fueling the actual inserter. What we want to do is try and get some assembly machines working so we can get a bit more automation going, because manually crafting everything is awkward. Also, there are 4 different stages of assembly machine, and the way it works is that each one can craft recipes for as many items as the number of gears, basically. So this can only make things that require 1 item. So these are all fine. This doesn't work. That would require a 2. That would require a 2. And that would require a 3. And then the car would require the level 4. And also half the assemblers would require a level 4 to make them. But we can make our first one, and we can start trying to automate stuff. We also want to try and make some electric miners. That can wait, though. We'll get some inserters running so we can start unloading these. Wait. It's this way around, isn't it? Yeah, this way. It's got to be facing sort of where it's unloading from. There. And we get the power over to it. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Maybe we'll rearrange it a bit. We have to do it. Something like that. And we'll just do it like this. We've got plenty available. And then we can get some belts and connect all this stuff together. Oh, I've got to... I mean, I can rotate them once they're down, which is probably the better way of doing it. But it's annoying when you... Oh, and you can't place over them either. You can't just replace. You've got to remove and rebuild. Damn it. There. And then... No. Yeah, they should really have them build towards you instead of away. Because getting behind the buildings you're moving away from is slightly awkward. Right. Let's have this run down here. And as you can see... Oh, wow, I've done it. I was wondering if I could achieve this, and it was completely by accident. But yeah, there's weird stuff about these belts. In the current versions of Factorio, things are sort of more on rails. Of like, you can only have a 2-wide belt. You can only, like, items will be locked into the 2 sides of it. But early on in the game, things unloaded into the middle of the square, and then the belts just shifted them around as there was room. And what you would end up having is belts with as many as 5 items across them. I'm not sure if this was intentional or not. I don't know if the initial plan was to have it so that you could only have 2 lines on belts. I think the original idea was just that the belts could have things just floating about in them wherever you liked, and it wasn't important how things were positioned. And so this was okay. I'm not 100% sure exactly what the plans were, though. Let's run this in this direction. Oh, it's weird. Now it's gone to just 2, just because of the way it's... Oh, but now there's a bit of 5 at the end because I've messed that up. Actually, that's 4. Might be a difference between horizontal and vertical. Yeah, it's all a bit crazy. You can see how they just sort of... They're sliding into place. They're not locked into their positions. This needs to go that way. And then these. There we go. So got everything being loaded on. There's a couple of demonstration factories as well, like factories that people made originally to sort of, I guess, just test out the features and demonstrate how the game was supposed to work. And the interesting thing is that their factories used a system where you just had one belt running through. Everything took stuff off and put stuff back on again, which is a system that nobody uses now. But I guess back in the day, they, like any other Factorio player, they thought, hey, this could be an interesting way of doing the factory. Let's clean this up a bit, because I think now it'll operate more normally. Once it's cleared. Oh, there's still a bit of weirdness with them going onto this sort of extra side bit. How's the fuel doing? We should probably just switch over to electric so we don't have to worry about that so much. Oh, this is completely run out, which is sort of good because we need the space. Let's make an electric miner to replace this, and then we can build it there. We need some coal to start coming in, I think. Well, let's repurpose this because it's not doing anything. At the moment, we'll make... Oh, we're out of... I think gears is what we're... Yeah, we're short on gears. Make another 50 of those, and that should be plenty. And we'll start running this down this way. Is that working? No, we gotta do that. Oh, it's just... Oh, it's dead. Oh, it's completely dead. There's no coal there anymore. Yeah, you really do burn through your coal supplies pretty quickly in this. The ore density has been significantly changed in, like, overall. There we go. We'll fuel that, and then that fuels that, and then that makes it run forever. That's a system I occasionally like to use to try and make something run for a while. Now we need to make a bunch more of these. We're still working on the gears, but we're nearly there. Now we can run these along this way. There we go. We're still crafting them as well, getting plenty. And then we'll spin that around, have it face that way. I'll have it face that way, because at the moment there's no like 5x5 coverage, it's just the 3x3 you can see, so we've got to cover all the spots if we want them all to be mined. Let's just going to manually mine those 4 so they're done. There we go. Right, so this... I'll have it run the other way, actually. And then it can run down here. These can load onto the side here, and we can make a furnace array. Which can be very compact, considering the actual size of the furnaces. Let's make 4. Oh, I've made more than that by accident. Oh well, and we'll make... We need another hydraulic pump, and then we can make another electric mining platform, and we'll put that in place like that. And this can run along to join up there. Let's get the power running into here. Like that. That's all going in, and now we can put our furnaces in place. A very nice compressed way. We'll do the power poles like so. And a bunch of electric inserters. Oh, we need a bunch of these annoying things. Is that 4 of them? Yep, and then we'll want another 4, so how many? 3 of those, and then hopefully we've got enough materials for 4 of those. And then, oh, it's the other way? Yeah, it's this way. I think. Yep, that's working. Run it this way, and then face this way. And at the moment, if you've got 2 extra stacks of something and you use up 1 stack, it doesn't jump the other stack into your hand. That came later. Also, at the moment, this is not loading any coal into here. I'm guessing it's going to wait till it's fully loaded this before it loads the coal. Same on the other side. It's going to wait till it's fully loaded the coal before it's running. But we'll get there. Oh, this one's loading into the middle. Didn't realize that. That's interesting. I mean, that works. It's good ratios there. You got 1... Oh, actually, that's 2 coal lines and 3 copper lines. That's a decent way of doing it. It's a shame I can't make it 1 and 4. I probably can if I work on it. Yeah, this will eventually get running, and then we'll have a supply. I just want to get a basic factory running and see what we can make with it. And I'm going over time because whatever, sure. It's a special episode. It's the 3-year anniversary of the channel. It's important. We'll celebrate it with a bit of extra video for everyone. A bit more in the way of belts. Have them run this way. Let's go hoover up a bunch of iron from this nightmare here. There's nothing in the middle. There's just 2 rows of 2, but nothing's getting into the middle now because of the way the belts are set up. So it's not efficient. That's the thing. To make the belts as efficient as possible, you want it to be all 5. Let's get these operating again. We'll try and switch into electric pretty sharpish. Do we want this to be running first? Oh, these are now operating, right? Yep, there we go. The copper is now being unloaded. It is weird. A couple of these things have been around, like, they were around long enough that I saw them when I started playing properly in 0.8. This was what copper looked like. As for iron, I'm not sure if this has ever changed. I imagine it's been updated and, like, made HD or whatever or something at some point. Like, it's been overhauled a bit or somehow recreated. But it is weird that it is apparently the same iron, just at a glance. Doesn't look particularly different. Okay, and I also like how, like, this is still clearly... Actually, well, I remember seeing this symbol. This was the symbol for miners for a long time. In fact, is it still... It might still be the symbol for miners, thinking about it. It is funny how that's the case for a couple of things. Of the original item is still the thumbnail for the object. There we go. Oh, this is running now, so we can hoover up tons of copper. So really, it's iron that we need for most things. Don't need circuits for that much stuff, especially with having no needs for science. So we should probably try and make a furnace array for this stuff next. At the moment, these aren't going anywhere, but whatever. We're going to get on with the iron. So, a bunch of hydraulic pistons is what we require. So for that, we need a bunch of sticks, and we can make millions of them. So we'll do that. And then we'll just replace all this entirely. We can make another, for the moment, 4 furnaces, but we'll make more later. And are we able to make... Yeah, we can make the hydraulic pistons now. Should be plenty. A little bit extra just to be sure. Because we make the sticks in 2s, we're still drowning in the thing, so that's fine. I wonder how the ratios are for this. Like, is this enough or not? Have these all filled up yet? This has. And yeah, this has as well, so... I mean, at the moment the coal's run down just because everything's trying to completely fill up with coal. That could cause issues for the ones on the end of the lines, actually. Can I... There we are, I can access that one. Yeah, that's really short on coal, and it's not getting any because there's not enough being delivered. So that's a little awkward. Right, let's make... Oh, we still can't do it. We need circuits as well. Okay. How many per each one? 1, so that's not too bad. I think I made enough of these to make 5 circuits. Or maybe actually 10, which is fine. Oh, actually, we do need some more electric poles to be able to build all the stuff here. So once these are done, come on. Everything individually is awkward. Oh, we need the wood as well. And then we can do it. We can make 5 of those. Now we'll clear out all of this. And just redo this entirely. Only thing is, we'll very quickly have to move the miners around because they really blast through the supplies quick. Like, each square has like 100 on it. Whereas nowadays it's like 500 at least, sort of thing. Right, now we can finally... Oh, I want to make 4 of them. Why can't I make 4? Do I need more gears? Yes, I need more gears. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll make another 4 of these. And then we'll also need a whole bunch of these. We do not have enough. We need more pistons and also circuits. We'll work on that for a bit then. Right, let's get these all in place. Why can't I... Oh, because the water's in the way. We'll build it here. It'll be fine. So we'll put them... We'll try and put them on the edge and try and have them line up because that'll be a bit more convenient. 1, 2, and then it doesn't anymore, actually. We'll do that, and then our 4th one has, for some reason, been in a different square. Let's get rid of these trees so I can see what I'm doing. Can't tell if I'm mining trees or that's the problem when you have no sound. Of course, now we have excellent music. There we go. Run this it down. And then across this way. Like that. And then down here. I'll just get rid of these. Because now we want to... Oh, I wasn't actually mining any of them there. Now this can go down this way. We want it to go onto one side of a belt as well. There we go. And we need to get the coal coming in. Make another one of these for that, because we clearly need a bit more of a supply. Put this right up on the edge here, and then power pole and belt. And I guess this will just, well, we can have this all just go in this direction, actually. Let's go over here. Everything go. Oh, I can't. I forgot. I have to remove and replace. And I have to hoover pull it. Oh, wow. There were so many items in one small space that apparently it hoovers them up one by one. And so it took a minute for it to actually work. Right, now we have this connected and we'll send it off in a direction. Let's see, we'll want this to be our output belt. There's not going to be enough room here, actually. We need to send this elsewhere to be able to have enough space. So we'll first of all run it down here a little bit more. And then it can go in this direction, except we've run out. Oh, and the belts don't actually have proper corners, so... How do I do this then? Crap, I've got to like, just disconnect it. Oh, that was the wrong thing. To remove this. And I guess that as well, just have two separate belts running for it to work properly. Let's hoover up all the coal. There we go. Send this off down this way. A little bit short on room. Can I... Oh no, this is actually it looks like it's empty, but it's not. There. And then there. And then it can run round to here. Down here and round to there. There we go. That's all fine. And send this off this way. And we need a bunch more gears. Methinks. Make plenty more belts. We've got to watch out though, actually, because we don't have any more iron at the moment until we get our furnaces operational. Got to keep an eye on that. Also got to keep an eye on my iron axe. It's running out. Okay, this can continue on a little bit. Let's make a bunch more of those. And now we can start putting our furnaces in place. There's just enough room for everything to be alright. And then I guess this is the sort of array you want to put them in. It works. Because then you can just put power poles like that. And that is more than enough to work all these, actually. I think we only need this much, and these ones are pointless. I've just ended up with them from some place. Oh, of course, because I made the furnaces I needed, and then I picked up 4 furnaces. Like a derp. So run it down to here. Actually, it doesn't need to run all the way. I forgot about that. Then, many inserters. We need more hydraulic pistons, of course. Then we need to go over here so we can build these. And then over here so we can build them on the other side, but we need more of them first. What are we short on? Circuits. But I'd already, knowing this would happen, made more copper cables. Let's just queue some more of those up ready. Actually, first we want to queue up the... Oh no, I can't cancel! Oh no! There's no way of stopping it! Oh, that's terrible. Maybe there's like a cancel button that I'm not aware of. Of course, these aren't running at the moment because this is favoured iron, but it'll get there eventually. Right. And then we'll make some more of this. There we go, they're all made, so now we'll go to this side and... Ah! No, the other ones are in the way, but... Oh, no! Like that. There we go. And that. Oops, I accidentally placed that one, but it was in the right spot, so fair enough. they'll all get fueled and eventually start running, and now we can get the output belts. Getting around things is a little bit difficult. The things have quite large hitboxes. They fill the squares entirely, so it's like, yeah, you can't get through a diagonal gap between inserter and a miner anymore. I like how I'm saying anymore, like this is a new thing. It's been around for a very long time, and no one has played it in years. We've already gone beyond this, but it's cool to go back. We're running out of the... Well, it makes sense we're running out of the ore, because each one of these is trying to fill up with 64 of the stuff. Oh, we now have some smelting taking place. Excellent. Now what to do with the belts? Send them somewhere. I mean, we need to start actually working on automation. I haven't got to that yet. It's fairly easy to just craft everything myself. Well, I'd say it's fairly easy, but it's really not. It's harder than normal. Now we're going to have to pave over this. I mean, we don't really have to, because this stuff isn't even doing anything. We can remove these. Let's do that. Let's clear it back a bit. This is enough iron production for now. So now we can have this go down here instead. And this can go up, I guess. Actually, no, this can go down as well. We'll have it... And that's the thing. Balancing is really difficult when you don't have corners on the belts. You have to really think about where the belts are going to go. Because every corner is an issue, really. And there's no underground belts or splitters at this stage, so the only way you can do anything with the stuff on them is to mess with inserters, which is probably why they have the long-handed inserters in the very long-handed ones, so that you can actually transport things over big gaps like you would normally be able to with the underground belts. So we'll run this way, but then we'll, I guess, corner it first. Now, we'll just send it down and merge it and deal with the awkwardness. Hoover this up. Since it's just sat there and we could do with some iron. That needs to go, and then it can go down this way. Got to clear out some of these trees. Of course, this is the only way to do it right now. I don't think you can even... maybe you can blow them up with weapons? I'm not 100% sure, but you definitely can't use bots. They are not a thing yet. Not for a while, till something like 0.6. Thing is, 0.6 has actually been available this whole time. If you've bought the game, then when you go to the download page, just keep scrolling. And every version of the game since 0.6 is there for you to mess about with, which is quite cool. I think I might at some point go back to 0.8, because that's where I started the game. It'd be cool to play because it's mostly like... it's most of the way to being how Factorio currently is, but... it's the last update before oil is implemented, so there's quite a difference in the gameplay there if you never have to worry about piping anything anywhere. So that's a cool thing to mess with. I've been wondering if I should do a series, but I imagine that would get old a bit too quick, seeing as it would be like 30 episodes of like, yeah, we get it now, the game's old. It used to be like this, we know. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. Maybe I'll do it if everyone really wants me to. We can go back to... actually, I was going to say we could go back to the days of the first Factorio series, but the first Factorio series was in 0.9. That had just come out, I think, when I started playing that. But my very first couple of Factorio videos were in 0.8. Well, I've messed that up a bit. But there we go. We got a belt with iron and copper on it. It's a bit weird. Stuff flowing into the side there, trying to get back onto the right path. It's a bit of a mess. Some of the stuff is just on the ground next to the belts, and so other stuff is getting stuck on it. That is amazing. Right, now let's get some assemblers running. So there's... oh, we already had one. I forgot about that. So now we've got two. So we can get to work on something. I mean, I guess we can get a second belt going with gears on it. We currently need more circuits, but the moment has been prepared for, so that's all fine. And then I want to make... I was going to say 4 of these, but we ran out of pistons again. Come on, let me build one more. Or also short on gears, I wasn't paying attention. So once these are done and that starts, we'll be able to queue it up. There we go. And then we can queue up 2 long, well, medium inserters as it is. And then we'll start running a belt down here. I wonder if anything can like hop across one belt to the next because of the weird system that the belts follow. And then we want... Actually, no, this is an inserter going out. Another one there. And then we want some going in. And then this makes gears, as does this. Then we put the power in here. We connect it up. And... we're supposed to now have gear production. Have I done this backwards? Do I have to rebuild it? Or does it not work because the positioning's off? That could be it. Yeah, it's not doing anything. But if I move... Oh, now it's moving... Yeah, oh, well, now it's moving the wrong thing. Hold on. If I put this here instead, and then build it... Now it's trying to put copper in it. Oh, because we haven't set it up yet. So now we've set it up. If we now build it, it doesn't do anything. I guess I'm misunderstanding some fundamental component of this game. How does this work then? Do I have to put it on the other side? Is that what it is? This is very weird. Just clear a bit of this stuff away. Oh, we've used up our axe. Let's make another one. No steel at this stage of the game, so we can't upgrade our axe. I'm wondering if we remove this, and oh, this is all setting off now. Whoops, we've taken the power out. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If I put it on this side, and I step it back a square, then put this in. Oh, wrong place. Put it in there. Power it. Gonna move this up. How do I... There we go. I was just a bit too far away. Well, now it's grabbed iron. So now if I set this to be... Okay, now it's working. So the inserters are dumb. They just pick up the nearest thing. And if the nearest thing isn't what the assembler wants, they just sit there. So that is a bit weird. But fair enough. We'll just put it on this side instead. In fact, we can even compress it a little bit if we... Oh. The power poles, they've got a bit of an obnoxious box as it is for working on them, so it's a little bit difficult to do anything. So yeah, we'll have the inputs like so, and the outputs like so. And then, there we go. Oh, we would have to set up the making of gears, of course. And now these are loading in, and these are unloading. Excellent. We now have our gear production. Next I want to make bloomin' hydraulic piston production, because it's a pain. But it's actually a little bit difficult to do that. This must be why the factories were like what I saw. Because it means that, like, if I want iron sticks and gears, they have to both be on the nearer side of the belt so that they can be picked up. So I need to have the gears on this side. If I want to have the gears on this, not the gears, I need to have the iron sticks. But if I want the iron sticks, that means I have to have the assemblers on this side picking up the iron. But they won't, because it's on the wrong side. Unless the long-handed inserters do that, as in the long ones. This is weird. Right, let's make some more stuff. So yeah, if I build this, and then I get... I have to do that, and then I can make that. Set this up right now to make iron sticks. If I now put this in here... Wrong way, it has to be this way around. And power it. It is not grabbing anything. So if instead I make that and then that, and put that there, doesn't grab it. That is weird. What do I do? I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess what I do is I go for the... the build thing that I saw in the example ones. We make a loop. We make a single belt system. So we'll remove this. Broken it all now. We'll make 2 of these. We can't. What are we missing? We're missing circuits. Make a second one of these. Is it going to turn up? Is it turned up? There it is. Combine them, grab them. Make it an output. Output. Just remove this belt entirely. And then just carry this on down, and maybe it's a little bit too dense, we have to like reduce the rate of production, but what we'll have to do is like what I saw the other save files do, which is just have them loop round and like have a weird system. What we now want is for everything to go onto one side, I think. Which side do we want it to go on, though? Probably actually this side. So if we have this, instead go up and round, but now it doesn't merge. Now I'm wondering how on earth the people who like played this solved these issues, because I don't know. This is weird. I'm not sure what to do with things now. I guess right. So we'll send this down a little bit, and then when it gets down to here, we'll send it off this way, and we'll just loop it. We'll just send it back round and see if that helps things in any way. So run it up until it's just alongside this, whatever. And then back this way. And then eventually it merges with that. And then here we'll have this running and making the gears and putting them into the system. And then somewhere we need like a filtration system to take stuff out. Or maybe just like a system to just extract things. So there's no fast inserters in this stage of the game because the blue one is the long one. Let's make some more pistons. And then I'll just make some inserters that extract the items as they come round. We'll put that there, and this... Where's it gone? Where has it gone? Did I not make 4? Am I blind? I guess I'll make another one. Power pole here. Have them run into some chests. There are no iron chests at this stage, so... I mean, there's no steel chests at this stage, so iron is actually valuable. And for the first time, I'm going to actually build some iron chests. Also, bit of an issue in that while the... what's the other one? Do I keep just having them get annihilated or something? Let's try again. Yeah, you can't put them in place while there is an item on the ground, so I've got to quickly hoover that up and put that in place, and then it works. Also, the power's dying, because I've got nowhere near enough power production running for this to be okay. Let's make some more boilers, I guess. The coal supply is enough anyway. Got to break those. I've got to break these to put that in, and then we'll get 2 more of these. We can't. We need circuits. 1, and can we make another? No, we need pistons. And now we can do this. And this, and then this belt can be rearranged a bit to, oh crap. Well, I've ruined everything now. I want this to go around here. Then put the power pole back there. Everything's connected, and hopefully this is boosted. I think it might still be running on full power, not really sure. Yeah, these are still suffering over here. Let's get another steam engine. So we'll do that, and then this. Then I can put this here. Run the water underground. Now we doubled our power. We'll need to connect this up though. And now it should be good. That's looking much better. Is the energy now building up? I have no idea. I guess we'll just check it. Can we look at... yeah, there's no power thing at this stage. We've got these trying to extract it, but yeah, it's completely saturated with the stuff, and the gears have no space to go on. I've completely messed this up. As it turns out, I am bad at Factorio 0.1. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't get how to make the belts work, but I've seen factories where the belts are working. I've just ruined it. I guess by overloading it. It is running down, so maybe in a bit it'll be alright. I love it's actually merging them. There's some, like, good things about this system. It actually allows, like, things to jump on the same sides and stuff, but it's like, I can't do it. The demonstration factories were better at this than me. They made a system where it was one belt, and it had gears and belts and iron sticks and hydraulic pumps all on one belt snaking through, and it worked. And I've messed it up entirely. Well, that's brilliant. There we go. I should stick to what I know. I should stick to the current versions of Factorio. I think we should leave it there. I've been playing for a full hour. There's your special extra long video for the 3-year anniversary of the YouTube channel. And also celebrating a slightly belated 5-year anniversary of Factorio itself. How far it's come. And I hope that it has many excellent years ahead of it. Oh, the coal's gone terrible. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Energy's fine. We're finishing as it is. I can't build these factories. I'll leave it to the experts. And with that, I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.